Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, Scorpios, let's get into this. We're going to take a quick peek at past, present, future. Let's see what went on in the past. We have got a Five of Wands along with a King of Wands. All right, so some kind of overthinking, conflict, struggle with somebody that actually really loves Scorpio, though. The King of Wands is upright. That's warm, heart centered. This could have been somebody who had a lot of conflict. A lot of ruminating, a lot of thinking about things, and some silent time for sure. Silent ruminating. We've got a Queen of Cups. This is our Scorpio, though. Two of Swords. This seems like Scorpio wasn't sure if they wanted to deal with this person, maybe because although they loved Scorpio, there could have been some kind of conflict, some kind of like they were quiet for too long. Maybe this was longing looks, longing glances, and there could have been a taboo somewhere here. There's a reason Scorpio doesn't want to let them in. I don't know if that king could have been a great match for Scorpio unless they were already somebody else's king. There's something here about, with the Six of Pentacles, there's this vibe of, returning to the nest kind of thing. I don't know, it feels like wrong time for these characters, and they both kind of knew it. There's a reason this connection didn't get off the ground. And although I think that there's a lot of affection that these two have for each other, they both kind of are doing that side, stare at each other. And I just can't help but say either Scorpio was like, no, 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 I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. No way. Don't even come near me. I've got these other plans for my life. I cannot get tangled up with somebody now. I don't know if Scorpio was on the verge of either reconciling with somebody else, but there's this vibe between Scorpio and this King of Wands. It feels like it was a relationship that never got off the ground. They thought a lot about saying something to Scorpio, but either this was long distance, or it was like they were never in the same place at the same time, or maybe it was, you've been gone, now you're moving back to town, but I'm about to leave, so we just can't start this thing now. There's a Nine of Wands. It could have also been a little bit of the don't come near me unless you're really, really healed, because there's a reason that these two were not together, even though there was affection, even though there was a desire. This feels like the unspoken, unacted upon romance. The romance, it really didn't get off the ground, but two people kind of smoldered a little bit in the past. We got the Three of Wands and we got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. It's like, you know what? Someday in the future, who knows? If it's meant to be, it'll be. But for right now, I don't see anybody having new beginnings enough that would allow these two to come together. And I feel like that's where they left stuff. So a lot of unspoken undercurrents in this storyline. Universe, you want to weigh in on that topic from the past? The universe says these two might still think of each other quite a lot. Again, that's what we've already seen is really depicted here. The smoldering, I still feel you. I still do. I would choose you if things were different, but we're at a great distance. There's reasons that we are not together right now, but I still feel the connection to you. Okay, let's get into the present energy, because it feels like Scorpio made the choices that they needed to make back then. By the way, that person could have been a Gemini, doesn't have to be, but they came out first as a fire sign. But I think they're just very much in love. They also could be a Virgo. We did see the Hermit there as well. In the present energy, though, in the present, Scorpio seems to be waiting for their ships to come in, waiting for time to pass. We have the Devil, and it's I don't know that I think Scorpio's waiting for this person from the past. I think they're waiting for their ships to come in, and it's kind of frustrating. It does feel like Scorpio's been in a bit of a rut in the present energy. Okay, so in hurt, in pain, in some heartbreak. Why is Scorpio feeling pain right now? Knight of Coins, because it's taken too long. It's taken a long time for time to pass, for things to come to fruition. Universe, weigh in on that before we even go any further, because let's put it this way. If something is going to be ours, really, it would be wasted tears and energy, perhaps, if it's going to be ours anyway. Like, we don't cry when we're waiting for our eggs to hard boil. Hard boiled egg, that sounds good. Um, or a poached egg actually sounds better to me with salt and pepper on it. I'm hungry. um, but we don't cry when we're having to wait until our egg is done cooking. I know eggs cook fast, so maybe I should go with something that takes a lot longer. But again, we don't cry as we wait at the stove for our food to be ready, because we know it'll be cooked and then we can eat it. We're not going to chow down on some nice raw chicken. We're going to wait till our chicken is cooked, or, whatever it is. And we don't get upset that we have to wait for that. So here, I kind of think that the universe comes in with the Temperance card and says, listen, I've got to get the ratios just right. I'm mixing and blending. I'm the chef in the kitchen here, creating the perfect meal for you, or the perfect beverage for you, or the perfect whatever. And it takes time. So be at peace, Scorpio. Don't be upset. The thing, you want it to be done right, right? So whether Scorpio is frustrated because they're waiting for love, or they're waiting for success, or they're waiting for anything that they feel like, why is this taking so long? This is devastating. The universe counters with the way a chef might say, you cannot demand that I bring you out your steaks any faster because you ordered them, perfectly medium well done. If I hand them to you now, it'll still be mooing. Like, you can't have it until it's ready. So don't be upset. Just know I got your order. The kitchen's working on it, and it'll come to pass. I know, easier said than done. And the other thing is, it's kind of like the reassurance from the universe that says, Scorpio, I know, we all know that Scorpio is intuitive enough to know all this already. So it really is just, that human timeline that wants things to speed up and feels, upset if things take too long, because obviously we want the good stuff as soon as we can possibly get it. But I think this is like, Scorpio already knows that there's a reason that something is not in their life right now. There's a very good reason for it. And Scorpio wouldn't want it if it was coming in too fast, if it wasn't going to be really what Scorpio ordered. Just like we don't really want a kitchen to bring us out like a runny egg omelet or something. We want it to be fully cooked. We want our chicken not to still be pink in the middle. Six of Cups. The universe keeps saying, look, there's more than one soulmate. Also, there's other things for Scorpio to maybe attend to right now, other people for Scorpio to talk to, other energies around Scorpio. They have other things to do. So to take their mind off the waiting, converse with others. There's other important people in Scorpio's life. You know what? Actually, I kind of love that. I kind of love that entire message. Okay, let's move into the future on this now. What's the message for the future? We got a Knight of Pentacles. Again, we still have this steady, easy does it kind of attitude. Things are still moving forward, although not rapidly. That's true. We have a Page of Pentacles. We have a Five of Wands. We have the Justice in the reverse. In the upcoming future, honestly, I think that it's a good thing things are going to go at like a steady step-by-step pace, because this says our Scorpio may very well end up having some kind of like a new offer that they're really going to have to consider. They're really going to have to think long and hard about things. They're really going to have to consult and think about what this is. They might actually be in conflict. They might actually have a lot to sift through, so they make the right choice. I think Scorpio's life is going to be real busy in the upcoming future. Lots of problem solving, lots of opportunities, lots of conversations, and Scorpio shouldn't miss out on anything, but they're going to need the time to slowly work through things. So everything is so funny how this is all about like patience and time and understanding that, oh, wow, it's going to be revealed why things have been taking time, why patience has been necessary. King of Pentacles and Temperance. There again with the Temperance card, we can't seem to escape it any more than we can escape that Knight of Pentacles. So I'm going to say there is this divinely orchestrated, slow-moving energy through this entire story, as frustrating as slow-moving can be, because it reminds us that Flowers take time to grow. Everything good takes time to accumulate and grow. And in the upcoming future, I think Scorpio is going to have a life of tremendous success, maybe a very wealthy, very beautiful home. I'm picturing at some point in time, Scorpio is going to have everything. Things are going to be set right. The things that they didn't get, and even the delays that they've had, it is all going to come together all at the same time. Kind of like how, if you've ever seen like a super bloom out in the desert, you know, it looks like this barren desert, and then a little bit of rain comes at just the right time and everything explodes in all of these flowers. And you're like, I didn't know all those seeds were there. I had no idea that all of that was just under the surface, and now it all blooms in, at once. I feel like that's how this is going to be. I think if this is about relationship, if this is about individuals who haven't been particularly easy for Scorpio to deal with, they could have a very busy, like 5 months coming up in the horizon, or maybe just a really busy 5 days. A lot of people talking to them all at once, a lot of problems to solve all at once. And then it's like everything clicks into place. And that's the moment of that temperance that the universe already said. Capricorn, you know that there's a reason for everything that's been delayed. You know that things have to, like I said before in the food analogy, you have to bake everything properly, and it'll all come out of the oven at the right time and all be warm and yummy and perfect. Just wait, you'll see the feast is coming. All the success from love, happiness, a great place to live, the financials, all of it will fall into place, and then you'll understand why things had to go this way. We do see this energy of, before Scorpio can have everything that they want, something else has to be let go of. And I don't think it's like Scorpio has to let go of something. I think this is external things. Maybe this goes right back to that lover at the beginning, where it's like, wow, I would like to be with that King of Wands, but it doesn't seem to be the right time. This whole thing could have been about that romance. In the past, it wasn't the right time, but these two have loved each other anyway. In the present, Scorpio might still be like frustrated, like why is it taking so long for anything to change so that we can be together? And then it feels like in the future they're going to discover the real reason everything took the amount of time is because it's not just that other person might have had a hermit's journey to take, but actually Scorpio was going to suddenly have a flood of things that they needed to attend to, choices that they needed to make just for themselves. And then everything would be set right. And now it's go time. Now it's time to flourish. Now it's time to give to a partnership. And it's like, oh my gosh, we both had other things that we needed to take care of. Maybe Scorpio was frustrated thinking it was just them that had to take care of something first, but it was Scorpio as well, as it turns out. It just feels like everything's going to be revealed to Scorpio. And then here we go. It's like it's takeoff time. 8 of Wands is full steam ahead. It's power, it's grace, it's flying forward. All of this looks so positive. Yes, it takes a little bit of time, but I think everything is going to be revealed in the upcoming future as to why it took a certain amount of time for everything to, like puzzle pieces, to fall into place, particularly in regards, I think, to love and romance. Let me just ask, universe, do you have a final message on that future energy? Judgment. And there's Scorpio. It does feel like Scorpio ends up with the very person that they loved, but they also end up with everything that they wanted that is just taken so long to come to pass. I look at that future energy as like into next year. That's why I'm looking at it this way. Is I will say the 3-month thing came up kind of frequently also. So I don't know if it's like coming up into springtime for our character that they'll start to have, start to actually enjoy some of these changes. But really nice energy on this one. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I really appreciate you. All right, take care. Bye.